Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope on Monday of the first week of Lent. I love the readings that the Church gives us from Ash Wednesday throughout this first week of Lent. They are so pertinent to what we are all about as Christians. They are strong, and they are challenging, and they try to remind us once again of what it means to be Christian. Today, our Gospel is from the 25th chapter of St. Matthew. It is the account of the final judgment, where Jesus says, in the final times, the Lord will come and sit on his throne as a king with the nations of the world all before him, and he will divide them as a shepherd divides the sheep from the goats. And he will say to those on his right, the sheep, come, inherit the kingdom prepared for you. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was naked and you clothed me. And he goes on, and they get so excited and they say, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or naked and attend to you? And he says, as long as you did it for the least of my brothers and sisters, you did it for me. Then he looks to those on his left and he says, basically, go to hell. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing. I was naked and homeless and in prison, and you turned your back on me. And they get all excited and desperate and cry out, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or naked or homeless or in prison and not tend to you? And he says to them, as long as you failed to do it for the least of my brothers and sisters, you failed to do it for me. Hard words for us to hear, but so necessary for us to hear. Mary Marocco is one of the writers for the Canadian Missal, Living with Christ. And she says, did you serve your neighbor is the only question on the entrance exam into heaven. Something very interesting and important for us to think about today. Did you serve your neighbor is the only question on the entrance exam into heaven. I think about it today with what's going on in Ukraine, this diabolical war that the poor people of Ukraine are being subjected to. I think about the over 1 million refugees who are trying to protect their families. You've seen the pictures on the TV news. They're horrifying. The Dominicans have been asking what we can do, since we have word of our Dominican sisters and brothers both in Ukraine and in Poland, trying to serve all of those who are fleeing for their lives. So we are working hard to figure out what we can do to support them. And I know you too are asking, what can you do? What can you do? We must never stop asking that question, my friends. We must ask it every day, and I encourage you, in your goodness, to continue asking it every day. What can you do for the people of Ukraine? Let us ask it and let us respond. And as we ponder this gospel today from St. Matthew, one that is familiar to us, but constantly needs to be heard again and again, let us consider that the only question on the entrance exam into heaven is, did you serve your neighbor? Did you serve your neighbor? God bless you.